All right, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel, guys. It is time to take a look at the Finch Flint. Now, don't run away. Some of you are thinking, I already saw your unboxing. You know, that was an unboxing. This is a review, and we are going to do some cool comparisons that I'm pretty sure you're not going to see elsewhere, because that's what I'm trying to do recently, is to do more comparisons that really give you an idea of what the size and feel of this knife compares to that's in my collection. So don't go anywhere. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And guys, thanks for watching the channel. Definitely check me out on Instagram and a live stream on Monday nights at 7:45. This is the Finch Hellfire. Did I say Hellfire at the beginning? I hope I did. I don't know. If I said Flint or something, that was wrong. This is the Hellfire. This is the Voodoo White Jig Bone in 154 cm. There are 3 versions of this, and we're going to be talking about these. They are available on March the 8th at dealers, and let's see, that's at noon Eastern time on March the 8th. And these are going to be available at different dealers. And you guys know the regulars that I talk about, SMKW. Why did I turn that upside down? SMKW, traditionalpocketknives.com, White Mountain Knives, Blade HQ, you name it. But I'm going to talk about these from traditionalpocketknives.com, and I will leave the link down below. You can use my link, and it will help the channel. Now, they're in gold glitter, Inferno gold glitter resin, which is crazy looking. This Voodoo white jig bone and the Sabotage red shredded carbon fiber. That is the models. And guys, you've been asking about the price. They are $139.99 across the board at dealers, okay? So that's what these are going to be. So you have a typical Finch construction, typical of about half of their knives, more than half, I guess, where you have the steel bolster and the handle material or scale material over the top. Your steel is your frame there of the knife, and you end up with a bolster lock, and then your handle material. In this case, this is white jigged bone. You can see there. Very beautiful and nicely done. You do have a titanium clip that's at an angle. It'll have about that much sticking out of your pocket. It is not reversible. And you do have a standoff here that I believe a lanyard would work on. Should maybe even that one back here, but it might be a little close to the blade. Now, I've heard from a lot of people that they feel like a blade to handle's a little bit off, and here's my combat of that. It's the shapes, guys. So if you pick up this sheep's foot blade to the tip, you will see how close it is to that standoff. Now, the standoff is what holds the knife together. So it's kind of important to have a standoff. So you can see there, we could not lengthen this blade by much, if at all, and still clear that standoff. So that's why it's like that. Also, it looks different because of the shape. The shape of the sheep's foot dives down, and then that way so much of it is down there. If you open the knife and look at it, it doesn't look off on blade to handle to me at all. And it doesn't help that you have this tilt down on the back of the handle, which looks like it extends further. But you have to discount that little part right there because, yeah, so you see what I'm saying. Okay, so you do have lock bar access that is very nice, very easy to manipulate. Now, this guy did actually come with quite a bit of lock stick. There is 0 now. All I had to do, there was quite a bit of oil in the pivot, and all I had to do was take right there on the lock face, take a little bit of alcohol on a cloth and just gently wipe that where I didn't drip it down everywhere, just have a little damp there and wipe it clean. And I have not had an issue with lock stick since, not even slightly. And it was crazy because it was a lot of lock stick, but it was all because of oil. Now, you guys know this has got that classy Finch look. Great finish by QSP. You have chamfering all the way around. Great rounded off, feels really, really nicely done. Same thing on the spine, nice and rounded and chamfered. Good jimping here. And what I love is this that they've been doing for a while now with the stonewash on the grind, the bevel, and a satin vertical horizontal, excuse me, on the flats. And then we also have a fuller this time. And your first question is, can you flick the fuller? Heck yeah, you can flick the fuller. I can flick the snot out of the fuller, and I can even put my finger down on the blade grind, beside the blade grind, and flick it. Very nice, but it is a flipper knife, and the detent is really good. QSP did a fantastic job. You can see it drops to my thumb, and then a couple of shakes get you nice and smoothly home. Very nice. Again, we are centered, and man, 4-finger grip. You can see perfect 4-finger grip, and because this flipper angles slightly forward and that jimping is not too aggressive, I don't feel crammed in here. I feel nice and relaxed, and like I have a guard and nice indent there of a finger groove to put my finger in and just do this. Now I'm right at the back of that 4-finger grip. That's all I have, but I'm right on the jimping. Now you can come up on the flipper choil here, and you have even better. And let me tell you, I am very impressed with this blade. Very impressed. 154 cm, super cutty cut. Yes, cutty cut. You heard me. All right, I'm getting a piece of cardboard. Had to stab it off the floor here. All right, so yeah, we are very thin and slicey. I mean, this guy is utterly ridiculous, and you have this for utility cuts, works really, really nicely as well. I just dig this knife. Very cool. Of course, now 139 is pretty dang good for what you're getting. 154 cm, steel bolsters, and an overlaid jigged bone scale. I think that's pretty cool, pretty classy. All right, let's see about specs, and then we will go into everything else. So it is 4.10 inches closed, 7 inches overall, 0.50 on the thickness, and it feels really good in the hand. Again, you do feel the clip just slightly right there, but not bad. It's definitely not a hot spot. 3-inch blade, 1.80 inch height. Okay. Handle, let's see, I already did that. Okay, I'm losing my mind. 3.7 ounces. And again, these are released on March 8th of 24 at $139.99. So, KC, you say, what are these great comparisons you were talking about? Well, first of all, we're going to do our normal one. There's the Rat 1, and there's the Rat 2, okay? So that is good. Now, one of the most popular sheep's footy knives out there is a great comparison for this knife, and that is the the QSP Penguin. Guys, look, it's about the same size as the Penguin. And by the way, for those complaining about blade to handle, you can see this one is just slightly shorter, but not much. It is very similar in that regard. Now, the Penguin is thinner on the handle. It's definitely a little bit thinner. Here you go. You can see there. Definitely a little bit thinner, but the blades are very similar. The thickness of the blades are similar. The cutting performance of the blades are similar. The shape is similar. Very cool. So it's similar to a Penguin. And then somebody suggested this, and I cannot remember who it was, very similar to the Devo Lush. Now, the Lush is a higher end model. I think these were $200. This is $139, but this has fat carbon and titanium. But look at the blade similarity again. Now you have a very similar size blade. Now the Lush does have a choil instead of a flipper tab and only opens by the fuller, which, that would be an interesting, I would love to see them come back with another version of the Hellfire that only opens on the fuller and doesn't even have a flipper tab. That would be cool. They like the flippers, though, so my guess is they will not do that. But size-wise, they're similar. Blade shape-wise, they're similar. This has a hollow. That's a flat. That's your big difference there. And then two more, guys. I thought it would be interesting to put up two fairly similar knives. Now, why is the flint similar? Well, it's similar because the handle is somewhat similar shape-wise. You have bone on that one as well, but again, they are different. This one's definitely thicker and has a different shape, but they're similar. And then this one's more of a Wharncliffe. Wow, why am I blanking on the name of this knife? The Reciprocity, thank you. But size-wise, again, you've got that same basic size and a similar-ish blade, but this one's more of a Wharncliffe. So I thought those would be very interesting comparisons, but I think the most interesting one of this group is the Penguin. And so many people like the Penguin, and I think ergonomically this might even be a little bit of an improvement because you've got a more rounded kind of, bigger scale to fit your hand, and you still have that blade shape. So really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed those comparisons. Now, again, these are coming to dealers on March the 8th at noon Eastern time. Thank you for Finch for sending this one along, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely give me a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know, is this a Finch you're interested in picking up? This is the Hellfire, if I haven't said that enough, in Voodoo White Jigged Bone. Very, very cool. Guys, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel.